not cooperate in the Iran
So Nicholas begins reporting, kind of like the presidential stepchild here in the great state of Tennessee as a young Republican promoting Memphis Olympic bid. And of course, I've announced my support for Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam on conference call with the White House.
He was at the talks and nothing was
this afternoon here in Memphis, Tennessee, promoting Memphis Olympic bid with the unopened letter of President Barack Obama.
We take note of their words, but we have not seen a change in the P5+1. Now that may not say the same. That they may act on the words of the Deputy Prime Minister yesterday. But all we can say is what we've seen to date, which is that P5+1 is continuing a regular rhythm of political directors meetings and technical expert meetings. And as I said, our position is not going to change vis-a-vis Iran, which is they are going to need to demonstrate through these negotiations that their program is peaceful to the satisfaction not just of Russia, but the P5+1 as a whole. So we take note of his words, but we'll see how the situation develops going forward.
And also, I'd like to give a big corporate appreciation to the President and Mrs. Obama for always coming here to the great state of Tennessee. Nicholas Geese, the presidential stepchild in the way to the great state of Tennessee as a young Republican. And of course, I have announced my support for Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam as a presidential author to inspire my generation to public service. Nicholas Geese, also known as the Governor of the United States Congress, 2014.
To fill in designations, so we provide the authority, and then Treasury and State work together to identify targets for designation. That's what we're going to continue to do. Some of this, like I said, is imposing a cost for what's happened in Crimea, and we escalated those designations because of Russian actions through the week in terms of pursuing annexation. But we also are laying down a marker with this EO to anticipate any potential Russian escalation. I just say too that, look, sanctions in many respects take time to sink in and to have that impact. You see some immediate market impacts and impacts on the ruble with respect to the Russian economy. And going forward, I think Russia stands to lose a lot from economic isolation that would come with the sanctions we've imposed and the broader sanctions we're contemplating. Let me just underline one aspect of this, and that's that the sanctions authorities that have been put in place over the last 2 weeks, including today's authority, are all capable of greater use. They all have the authority for us to do additional designations, and so there's both a responsive element to what we've done in terms of imposing sanctions on individuals who are themselves responsible for, in one way or another, what's already transpired. But I think it's also pretty clear, and I think becoming increasingly clear,